Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make career in web development. I am Niranjan Showman, the founder, trainer of foreign languages, that is German, French, Spanish, and computer science, that is web development, software programming from past 20 plus years from Cromosys, Nalasopara, West, Mumbai. A lot of my students ask me about how to make career in web development. Some people simply call it web designing, but no, it's not designing only, it's web development altogether. Let's see how it works, my dear friend. Web development is a web coding, and coding starts the basic structure of a website with coding starts in HTML5. Though you type your code in Notepad only, but the instructions, the code word, hashtagging, and all sort of things systematically, without a mistake, you need to type it in Notepad and subsequently putting a kind of extension of the file in HTML manner, and when you open the file in any Internet Explorer application, it could be Google Chrome, it could be Internet Explorer, it could be Mozilla, a kind of application, when you open, it will open as a web page. Let me tell you one thing, why web page came into existence. It is because sending and receiving information through web is faster, easier, and secure. That is why web page came into existence. The scientists developed web page. Imagine you want to send information to your friend through a Microsoft Word file. Imagine how much space and time it will take. At the same time, if you just open his or her website, so within a few seconds you can see the information on your screen. For this need particularly, web development came into existence decades ago. So if you want to make your career in web development, then you need to start learning with HTML5, that is the latest version in 2024, and that will take hardly a month of time, probably less than that, in learning HTML5. Then you can go ahead and learn CSS, and later on the next thing is JavaScript. This is called the basic web development course. Total in 3 months you complete that, but this is a basic only, which helps you understand the basic structure of a website, how to create it, how to execute it. Now, the journey doesn't end here, my dear friend. This basic, technically, sometimes it is referred as front-end development. Let me tell you in a simple word, website, front-end website development. That happens in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now, it has an advanced version as well. That is where back-end development happens. I tell you what back-end is. There are 3 ends of a website. Front end, that's called user end, viewer end. That happens back end. For example, you own a company. So you have a website. Whatever you want a user to view or see or read, so the viewer end of your website will be called the front end. But you also want to see the performance of the website, some sort of editing or changes you want to make. So you can't make it from the front end. So you should have the back end access. That's called back end. So the second end, as I said, that's a back end. So some people learn only front end, but that's not enough, my dear friend, nowadays. So some people learn back end as well. So for back end as well as front end, what I said, so this is called advanced course of web development, wherein it comes as Bootstrap, TypeScript and React. When you are familiar with that, then you can handle both front end as well and back end as well. My dear friend, at the same time, when you'll be learning TypeScript and React, you will need a little bit of knowledge of software programming as well. Probably C++ and Python. You may need. Because when you build a website, here is something important. Some people don't understand that what is the usage of software programming in web applications. So here it is. When you build a website wherein you created a platform of sharing and receiving information, but you want some task to be executed, some calculation to happen, some banking thing to happen. At that point, you need a software in your website. For that, you can take a help of a programmer, or you yourself get into some sort of Python or C++, then you can create that and put into it. That is called backend, my dear friend. Now, there is one more end. That is server end. Imagine that your same company has all the data in server, not in your computer. So who manages the server? Who has the backup of it? Who has the security of it? Who maintains the security of the server? That's called server end, my dear friend, of your website. So if front end, back end and server end all together is called full stack development, then you need here programming language and the server side of the kind of software as well to maintain the data. MySQL kind of thing, Oracle kind of thing you need over here. Let me tell you once again the entire thing. Web development. The basic part is HTML5, CSS, JavaScript, wherein basic front end of a website you can develop, you can create, you can maintain as well. The back end, the owner side end, where viewing the statics of the website, viewing whoever came to the website, to your website, and if you want some sort of changes towards the back-end side, toward the owner side, so in that case, you need to have the knowledge of, the advanced knowledge of Bootstrap, TypeScript and React in web development. This is called an advanced course. But at the same time, if you want to have the knowledge of server end as well, of the same website, then you have to put hands in software programming a little bit also. Then you become a full stack web developer. This is the career in web development. My dear friend, I am Niranjan, Showman, the founder, trainer of French, German, Spanish, computer science, in which web programming and software programming from past 20 years, 20 plus years, from Cromosys, Nalasopara, West, Mumbai. I have authored more than 50 books which are available, published and available on Amazon and Flipkart from more than 15-20 years. You can go through my books as well. So here it is. That's all about this information. Thank you for watching. Take care.